Hi, I'm Amy from the Cyber Escape Room Company, and if you're watching this, you're probably trying to figure out how to get your people to actually care about security. Not just tick a box, but genuinely change how they behave. Well, good news, we've built something for exactly that. It's called Shift, and this is a quick look at what it is, how it works, and what it could look like for your organisation. Shift is our browser-based digital escape room platform. Your team gets dropped into the middle of a cyber incident and they have to investigate, make decisions, and deal with the consequences. There's no app to download, no facilitator to book, no scheduling headache. Just a link and a storyline that they won't forget. Each mission is a fully self-contained story in which players sift through emails, chat logs, fake websites, and digital artifacts. Sometimes they even make phone calls. Right now, there are 3 missions live in the library, with more in development. And today we're going to take a look at one called the Syndicate. But before we get into the demo, it's worth explaining why this works differently to anything you've tried before. Most security training fails the moment someone closes the tab. They read the slides, they do the quiz, and then they forget the content and move on until next year. And honestly, that isn't their fault, it's just how a lot of training is designed. Research from Stanford found that 63% of people can remember a story and only 5% remember a statistic. Shift is built entirely around that principle. When your people are inside one of these missions, they're not reading about phishing, they're deciding whether to click a suspicious link for a reason that matters to them in that moment. That's not just awareness, that's rehearsal. And when it's over, they talk about it. And that's the bit compliance training's never managed to crack. Okay, now let's show you what it actually looks like. We'll take a quick look at what the setup looks like from an admin perspective first of all, because this is where the zero faff promise starts. You log in and land straight on your dashboard. There's no onboarding wizard, no maze of configuration, your scenarios are just right there. You can see every mission that's available in your library, click into any one of them to see the details, the storyline, the players, and their progress. If you need to give a colleague admin access, you can add them here. Useful if you're running this across multiple teams, or you just want your security lead and your L&D team both in the loop. When you're ready to invite players, you've got 2 options. You can import a CSV for bulk invitations, which is the quickest route for large teams, or you can add people individually if you're running a smaller pilot or want more control over who gets access first. Either way, players receive a link, they click it, and they're in. No account creation, no password to remember, and no app to download. That's it, the whole setup. Now, let's get into the mission. I'm going to introduce you to Nico, your insider in the DeMarco family, who's going to explain a little bit more.
The DeMarcos have been running a sophisticated operation. Think stolen credentials, compromised accounts, and a very large final move in play. Their job is to charm your way into their network and piece together exactly what they're planning. Trace the money, get into their systems, and stop the final move before it turns into something much bigger. Watch what you share. Trust no one. The clues are all there if you look carefully enough. And good luck. You're going to need it. Capiche?
Okay. Let's take a look at things from the player's perspective. When players click the link on their email, they're taken to their browser where they're asked to verify their identity with the one-time passcode we sent them. And then, they're presented with a simple chat-style interface where they interact with the character in the scenario. Here we can see Nico asking various verification questions to start the conversation, build rapport with the player, and help them get into character. Players start the mission as undercover investigators. Their first task is to piece together who the DeMarco crime family are and how they operate. To do that, they have to dig. And just like in real life, not everything they find online is quite what it seems. This is one of the websites they encounter during the investigation. It looks legitimate at a glance, but there are red flags buried in it if you know what to look for. Players need to use their skills and their judgment to work out what to do, because that's where the learning takes shape. Another part of the investigation involves making contact with people inside the DeMarco family. Players send an email and they get one back. And this is where it gets interesting. Taking players outside of the application itself and having them interact with additional characters creates more immersion and helps players feel like they're really a part of the story. The version you've just seen is already live and deployable, but we want to give you a look at where Shift is going next. The biggest change coming is AI integration directly inside the missions. Right now, players interact with characters through a set of structured choices. In the AI version, they're able to type freely in natural language, and the character responds in real time, in character, adapting to exactly what the player said across multiple languages. And AI is just one part of what's coming. Let us run through some of the broader roadmap. We're introducing completion certificates, so players finish a mission with something tangible to show for it. We're adding mission feedback forms, giving organisations a direct line to how players felt about the experience and what they took from it. We're also launching a credit-based system, which means players won't be limited to a single mission run. Organisations will be able to buy a block of credits, and their team can play multiple scenarios throughout the year as new content drops. And on that note, 2 new full missions are currently in development. One is built around financial crime and fraud, aimed at finance and insurance teams. The other explores AI-related threats and the new risks that come with AI in the workplace. The library is growing, and every new mission drops straight into your existing deployment. So, that's Shift. Story-driven, fully browser-based, and built around how people actually learn and remember things. Whether you're a multinational or an SMB, Shift is a fit for any organisation looking to move beyond compliance-based training and create a culture that takes security seriously. We'd love to run a pilot with you, whether that's a single event licence to test it with one team, or a conversation about something more bespoke, built around your specific risks and culture. You can reach us at info@cyberescaperoom.co, or there's a booking link in the description if you'd prefer to jump straight onto a call. Thanks for watching!